Last episode, we got back to a full-strength squad, and now with all eyes on deadline day, can we get the money to buy back the London Stadium? Hey, welcome back. Respect the Jeff here for Season 3, Episode 9 of this West Ham career. This is a huge one, guys. It all comes down to deadline day. We need to raise $5 million to buy back the London Stadium if we want it for next season. Ben Johnson has been sold 3.9, so we're very close at this point, and a transfer offer coming in for Boateng. I'm going to go ahead and pull the trigger. If he wants to make a move off to the MLS, we will finally have the cash. Both players really haven't made too much of an impact on the squad. They're both fine, but they're not going to be starting anytime soon, and they both want more minutes than what they're getting. So we sit on 8.96. We're so close, but we do need that final offer to come in. Time winding down now, and with 2 hours left, Boateng has been sold. Thankfully, we finally have enough. We wind down the transfer window. And take a look at our finances now, 11.4 in the bank, so we pay off our $10 million debt to buy back the London Stadium. So we'll have our home turf back for next season. That'll be a huge boost for the team, and let's take a look at it. Well, big clubs need big stadiums to keep them at the highest level, and you won't find many better than the London Stadium. It was taken away from us in Episode 1 as West Ham fell into financial crisis, but we worked hard as a fan-owned club to work against the odds, and it paid off as we become a marketable club once again and may even be able to attract bigger investment going forwards. But for now, we look forwards to a return home and build the squad for big things in the future. Alright, well, deal for the London Stadium officially done. We're $10 million lighter, but I think it's worth it. We can definitely hang on with the squad that we got for the rest of the season. I think it's better spent on that. Maybe we can even attract some big investors over the summer now that we do look better to potential investment. But with this, let's get back to action. Alright, here we go against Nottingham Forest. They've been doing really well this season, and it was a chance for us to continue our on and off hot run of form in the last couple of games. But they were giving us trouble here early in the match. Tompkins playing out of the back, though. Lance Alexander does really well to settle Haksabanovic over the top, looking for Marcus Brown. Fantastic chest, down to feet, continuing his run. Marcus Brown trying to pick out Alexander with the return pass. Couldn't make it happen, though. Whitaker finding himself surprisingly far forwards. Nathan Holland on the wing puts one in for Hugill in the back of the net, and he just can't stop scoring Jordan Hugill. Nottingham Forest not happy about that. Trying to undo our work with a goal of their own. Tompkins a little sloppy in possession here. Can he get the ball away? Rolled by Carvalho, and a shot blocked by Button and goes wide of the net. Fantastic stuff from the goalkeeper. Really saved us from trouble there. But more chances coming in. Flying into challenges. Just can't stop them. Nottingham Forest keep pushing forwards, and Carvalho, this time he does convert 1-1. And you gotta say it's been coming. They have played much better than us. Aside from that goal, we've barely had a look at goal. Carvalho outstanding from them. Yates this time off the post. Tompkins clears it out for a corner kick. Couldn't keep that one out. Coming in from the corner now. Can't quite defend it. Overhead kick at Button. Again, a lot of warning signs here from Nottingham Forest. But we still are level here going to the second half. Nathan Holland charging forwards. Terrible challenge coming in from behind. Will that be a card? Most likely, yes. Some nasty challenges coming in on Holland these days. He goes down pretty easy, but a lot of nasty challenges like that coming in. Hugill with a chance here, and he puts us back in front, 2-1. So composed in front of goal. Once again, his first touch just does not let him down. Perfectly done. I think any other striker in the team might have made a mess of that opportunity, but he just makes it look easy. Cabrera standing his man up. Yates from distance falls to the feet of Amiobi in the box. We gotta say, that is just unlucky from our point of view. Nottingham Forest somehow managing to pull themselves level. Amiobi now, a bit of a flare through for Yates. Costa rolls his man, and 70 minutes in, 3-2, Nottingham Forest go in front. Can we draw level again? Fantastic challenge there, flying in really harsh on Marcus Brown, who goes down. Hopefully that's not a bad injury. Brown playing out of the back now. Tries to roll his man, pushed off of it. Dangerous play coming out of the back. And into the box for a fourth. Well, you gotta say that's just a mistake on our part. You can't be playing around out of the back like that. I probably do it a little too much, unfortunately, and we pay the price. 4-2, Nottingham Forest running riot out here. Hugo plays through a pass. The substitute, Ed Green. What can he do here? Green cutting in on his left foot. Perfectly placed into the bottom corner. Great stuff. And he continues his dream debut season here, the youngster, cutting in from their left wing and immediately getting involved in the play. Beautiful curled effort. Is this a sign that his finishing is starting to get better? Well, I hope so, but unfortunately it's not enough. 4-3, we still do lose out in the end. 7-goal thriller, but not in our favor this time around. Nottingham Forest continue to push their way up towards the top of the table, and we don't. All right, well, continuing our training here, Ed Green, seems like it's paying off for him, creeping up towards 60 overall now. Still plenty of growth for him to go through here. Tyler Bell, the goalkeeper, up to 60 now. Hopefully next season we'll give him the promotion and he can start getting some minutes in the team. We'll see who our number one is going forwards until then. So we'll continue to move ahead here. Swansea up next, and a transfer offer coming in for Bernardo Rosa. He's barely had any minutes. He's been with us for 3 seasons, but he's spent the majority of that in the reserves or out on loan, so I think it's only fair to him that we move him along in his career if he won't be playing for us. So taking a look at the stats so far, tied on appearances, Tompkins, Holland, Hugill. We got players all over the pitch contributing. All 3 of them have been arguably our 3 best players, maybe alongside Button. Hugo with 20 goals to his name. How outstanding has he been? Just continuing to prove himself at every level. Alexander, not quite as good as we've come to expect, but he's still very young. 8 goals, respectable from him. Surprisingly, our 3rd top goal scorer is Ed Green, 4 goals to his name, and far fewer appearances than the other 2. So bright signs for him in his future. Disappointing has been Jakubiak, only 1 goal all season. With plenty of appearances. To be fair to him, a lot of those have been out on the wing or as a substitute, but just not what we'd expect. So we're going to look here at the team for our next game. Garmston still waiting in the reserves to come back from injury. Everyone else back in the lineup, though, so it's a mostly full-strength starting 11. We'll give Trott some minutes to keep him happy. Aside from that, it's unchanged, and let's get to it. All right, we take on Swansea in front of the home fans at Brisbane Road. This will be coming towards the end of our time here at Brisbane Road. Not that many home games left in the season, and obviously next season we'll be back at our proper home, the London Stadium. But we've come to know and love this spot for the time being, Leyton Orient, like we know in the past. Happy to share the stadium with us, sort of a friendly rivalry that we've got going on with them, and hopefully we'll run into them if they can move up the divisions a bit. But unfortunately, our future in jeopardy if we keep losing games here. Swansea getting themselves in front 1-0. Can we find a response here before halftime? Marcus Brown taking his man on one-on-one really quick, but good defending, cutting it back, and he lays it off. Haksabanovic trying to chip that up to the back post, but it is denied by the defense. Sometimes guilty of overcomplicating things going forwards. I think this team, a lot of flair though. Marcus Brown blows by his man with a fantastic bit of skill there, but the pass, I did not mean to chip that one up, trying to keep it on the ground. And the move goes missing, unfortunately. Swansea still in the lead here. Asoro laying it off. Garrick has a chance to put them 2 in front before halftime, but he can't convert. Going into the second half now, Nathan Holland, what can he do here? Some step overs, does not take it in the right direction, though. Swansea pushing forwards. Hopefully they don't capitalize on that mistake. Asoro lays it off in a second. They do. 2-0. And we go down. Things not looking good here against Swansea. We got to be doing better. That's a big mistake at the back. But talk about big mistake at the back here. Alexander poaches that one off of the center back. We pull one back, 2-1. That's one of the ugliest goals you'll probably see from us this entire career. But I'll take it. Alexander still gets another goal to his name. And now a chance in here for Holland. Poor pass. Tries to lay it off for Hugo. Gotta do better there. Not a lot of time left now. 10 minutes remaining. And it's Ed Green. What can he do here? Riding out that challenge. Fantastic ability. Into the box. What can he do? A little too much. Probably should have just passed it. And again, we are not finishing these moves off. Selena pass into the box. And a save from Trott. Really well done to deny them a third. Only 3 minutes left. Ed Green laying it off. Alexander getting forwards. Afalayan using his pace. Oh, wide open option ahead of him. What is going on here? Swansea falling to pieces. Their defense absolutely not picking up that run. I almost feel guilty scoring this. That is as easy as you like. Laid off for Cullen. Sweaty goal, but it is a goal late in the game. 2-2. It feels undeserved to me. But hey, I'm not going to complain. 2 poor goals from us, but they are 2 goals. So it's a point salvaged. Still a tie. Would have liked to get a win there, but Not going to complain too much because, like I said, I don't necessarily feel like we played that well. 2-2 in the end. We come away with one more valuable point, and we move on with the season. All right, well, we march ahead here. It's Ipswich up next. And player back from injury. Is this who I think it is? Surely, I think he's the only one left. It's Garmston, finally back, our star defender. He had a real breakout couple of moments early in the season. He was playing the top of his career, just fantastic in the back line. That injury was an enormous blow, probably the worst of all of them to the team. So having him back in our defense is going to be huge. Taking a look elsewhere, Hull City in 18th place right now, fighting to avoid relegation this season. It is a close call with a couple of other teams, so it's not as surefire as that first time around. They did sell Jared Bowen off to Arsenal, so they look to be in a little bit of trouble here. There's a chance we run across them next year in the championship if they move down. That would be pretty crazy. If not, hopefully we see them in the Premier League the following season. But we get back to action against Ipswich now. All right, here we go. Into action again. Plenty of games coming up here as we narrow in on the end of the season. Can we push ourselves a little bit higher towards the top of the table? Promotion still isn't totally out of the question. I don't think it's likely by any stretch. But if we can get us a couple of chances here at the end of the season, look at that fantastic block from the center back. Alexander surely should have scored that. Nothing you can do against great defending like that, though. Bennett trying to get back, and it's laid off for Dobra. Oh, poor shot. That should have been Ipswich Town's opening chance here. Still no one yet to find the back of the net. Another good pass in behind. Dobra getting a lot of involvement here. Cleared away by Bennett. Good defending. Coventry coming away with it. Can we push on here to get a goal-scoring opportunity for Colin? Hugill out wide with Marcus Brown. Fantastic build-up play here. No one quite ahead of him, though. Alexander. Oh, laying it off for Colin. Gotta love that kind of build-up play. Over the top again for Brown. Takes a touchdown. Oh, that's a poor one. Don't come to expect that too often from Marcus Brown. Maybe another chance shaping up. Nathan Holland, step overs. Oh, taking his man on. Well done. All the way into the box now. Can he get the final pass off? Cutting it back. Probably the wrong option. Colin with a header. It's probably never going to threaten the goalkeeper from the edge of the box here. Jordan Hugill and Alexander again. Can these two link up? Alexander keeps going himself. Left foot, and he finishes. 1-0. West Ham go in front. Alexander doing it all himself. He has been great since coming back from injury. Him and Hugill, again, a little bit of competition going on here to see who can score more goals before the end of the season, and it's in the back of the net. Ipswich Town pull in front. We got bigger problems than our goal-scoring form at the moment. We got to prevent chances from coming in defensively. We concede so many, and hopefully this doesn't blow another match for us. Hugill with a chance, one-on-one with the goalkeeper. What was he doing? He stuttered just before the shot. You don't see that too often from our star striker. Coventry trying to make something happen here. Brought down. Nasty challenge. He goes down with an injury, trying to fly into a challenge of our own here for a little bit of retribution, but it doesn't come off, and unfortunately we overcommit in the box, and Ipswich find us second. 70 minutes played, and things are falling to pieces for us. We started so strong, and now Ipswich are in front with only 15 minutes remaining. Norwood in the box, laying it off. Fantastic stuff. Button dives for that one, but it goes wide regardless. A little bit of a handball there maybe from Bennett, but they're not going to call it. I'm not going to worry about it. And there we have Nathan Holland rolling his man, getting in behind. Great stuff. He is just such a problem on the ball for defenders. But now we have to see if he can make something happen at the end of the move. Going down in the box, another penalty won by Nathan Holland. He just gets the better of defenders, keeps going and waits for the contact to come in. Mark Noble, our fantastic penalty taker, coming in to possibly convert this one, and he does. 2-2 again. We salvage a point. This is becoming a recurring theme for us, it seems like. Either we blow the lead for a draw, or we come back for a draw. Just so many of them this season, and that would be the final chance of the game. We had one more opportunity behind. Nothing came of it, though. Looking for Alexander over the top, and that was it. Whistle blows. 2-2. Another 1-point match for us. I don't know how to feel about him at this point. We're still better off than I thought we would be this season. I just can't help but feel like we could be doing better. So maybe next year's our year. We'll see. We march ahead for now, though. All right. Well, transfer offers are broken down for Rosa, but with the other team, it has been agreed, so he will be sold. He had 2 offers coming in. I forgot about that. Connor Coventry out for a little bit with injury. Nothing too much to worry about, though, and he's not a real starter, so no immediate impact on the squad. Training for our youngsters continues in the meantime. All three of them are going to be fantastic players if they continue growing at this rate. So it's Norwich up next, a team that we always struggle against, a good team in this division. So we're up to 11th, or hanging on to 11th, I guess. We haven't moved too much as of late, but that probably suits us as we avoid relegation. So Garmston back on the bench for this one, won't start until he's completely injury-free. And with that said, let's take on the Canaries. All right, here we go, prepared for this game against our old team, Norwich City. Them along Hull City are the two that I always enjoy playing against. They've still got a lot of players that we came to know and love from that Norwich career. Onel Hernandez getting into the box, straight to Bennett, a little unconventional, but he gets it away somehow. Counter-attack, building on our own here. Josh Cullen gets his head up and picks out Ed Green on the wing. What can he do here, the youngster? Some tricky footwork. Finds the return pass for Haksabanovic. Keeps it going. Chance might be off now. Jordan Hugo lays it off. Green in the box. Taking a touch inside. Ooh, a very weak shot. That was a good chance. Trickles out for a corner kick now. Norwich with a chance of their own. Tribal sneaking a ball in behind for McLean. Fantastic save from Nathan Trott with the foot. Keeps it out and keeps us level. Norwich not giving up yet, though, but it's taken out wide. Nothing comes of that chance. Nathan Holland playing through Josh Cullen all the way out on the wing. Don't see him out here too often. What can he do? Cutting it back, lays it off. Jordan Hugo trying to take a touch through, and he does. Oh, into the center back, and off the post and in. Jordan Hugo, another goal, gets us in front against the Canaries. Fantastic stuff. I thought the chance was over after that first shot, but he stayed on his toes and read the situation really, really well. Nathan Holland in behind again, taking on two men. What can he do here? Stops on a dime, continuing his run. Holland, oh, how about that for some footwork? Picks out the man in the box, headed away by the center back. Dermich getting his head up. Buendia out on the wing. Oh, falling for the dummy there. Continuing his run forward. Hopefully nothing comes of this move. Lofted to the back post, and it does. Onel Hernandez finishing off with the header. You don't see too many headers coming in from someone of his size, but that was a perfect pass. Great run. No one on him in the end. Ed Green taking some men on here. Fantastic move. Pushing forwards. Some good pressure coming in from behind, but he rides out the challenge. Man, he is so good at that. Winning free kicks. He gets his body in front of his man in the ball. Better than probably anyone else on the team. Cross coming in, and Norwich looking to settle it down. Great block, right place, right time from Bennett to deny them a second. And again, still level, the scoreline we've come to know very well this season. Hopefully we can find a goal to get ourselves back in front here. Another shot coming in. Trott keeps that one out. Giving me a lot to think about between him and Button, actually. Good competition between the keepers. Sam Byram puts a cross in. And kicked away now. Free kick called back. Call in at the edge of the box. Dangerous position coming in. Hugo looking to head away. Not that far, though. Tompkins. That's a poor one. We just can't clear it. Still in our box. Out wide now. Cabrera out there to cover. And still, ball coming in. Tompkins, that is really poor, but we get it away regardless. Hanging on a little bit here. Ed Green getting forwards. Puts a low ball in. Looking for Alexander. Not far off at all. And it's settled back up top now. Haksabanovic. Ed Green. Oh, lovely stuff. Another free kick. Stands it up. Took a little while to fall over, but he did win it in the end. And unfortunately, that is another tie, guys. We just can't break this streak here. 1-1 against Norwich. And again, just couldn't find the difference or hold on to a clean sheet. We know what our problems are here, but we're still hanging in there. Doing all right this season, and we move on. All right, well, still 11th place. That seems to be our home for the time being. And the farther we get into the season here, the less likely it looks like that we'll be facing any sort of relegation threat. So I feel kind of comfortable now going into March. That was our last game in February, so we'll move ahead. Our next game coming up against Bristol, I think. We've actually been offered a manager role at Napoli. That is a huge offer coming in. We're not going to take it, though. Obviously, we're just sticking with West Ham for this career. We're with them through and through. That's also why I overrode the manager ratings. We're not going to risk getting fired. The team has our full backing, regardless of what happens here, whether that's positive or negative. Hopefully, though, it's in an upward direction. So looking around here, these are our youth players. Like I said before, Tyler Bell, the goalkeeper, probably our brightest talent coming through. We don't need anyone for right now, though. We still have one more slot to sign a youth player this season, so we can make that happen if we need someone before the close, the end of this season. So we're in 11th. Swansea now in first place, doing really well. Norwich up there too. So all things said and done, it was a decent result against a good team for us last game. I'd just like to see a little more out of our squad. in terms of being able to make the difference for 3 points. But we'll see how that pans out next episode. We're back with some games. It'll be a sprint to the end of the season. I think 2 more episodes until the close of season 3 here. We'll move through these pretty quickly and see how things work out. And then we're back to the London Stadium and big things coming next season. So stay tuned for that. I'll have some votes coming your way on some things I want to get opinions on. But until then, I'm Respect the Jeff, and I'll see you next time.